My name is Blake Sylvester, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do a handstand. And the purpose of a handstand is to increase balance, coordination, and upper body strength. And it can also be used during routines in gymnastics. So this is my helper. So to get started, the preparatory phase, so what they're going to do is they're going to stand with their feet together. Their legs should be straight and their feet should be straight facing forward. And their back should be straight, no bend. And then at this point, the individual should activate their core muscles and their glutes. And the arms should be down by their side. And then the head should be kind of in a neutral position. And your eyes should be looking at this, like your handstand space. Make sure you have enough room. And then that is when you begin to prepare for a weight transfer. And for the execution phase, this is where your handstand actually begins, or the motion of it begins. So your arms are going to go straight up in the air like that, and your palms or your hands should be flexed so they don't bend. And then the palms should be facing forward or away from your body. And make sure whenever your arms go up, they're not in front of you, they're by your ears. And then the individual should then take a step forward with their dominant foot. And then arms should still be up. And then that's when the weight transfer will then begin. So they're going to balance on their dominant foot. And then with their non-dominant foot, they're going to kind of kick back like so. Like so. They're going to kind of kick back. And then the individual is going to, with a straight body, so it's going to be straight from their arms all the way down to that back non-dominant leg. And they're going to go down, and then they're going to place their hands on the ground like that. And then your arm or your hands are still going to be flexed, and your fingertips or your fingers are going to be open, not closed, because open is for balance. And then that leg, like I said, that's on the ground, or the one that is on the ground, is going to kick off once they're down like that. That back leg's going to, or that dominant foot leg is going to kick off, and then your core, at that point, your core and glutes are definitely going to be flexed and tight, and then that's going to be their handstand motion. So they're going to go down, and then they're going to kick their dominant foot up to do a handstand like that. And then your feet, so when you're in the handstand, your feet are going to be tight, or your legs are going to be tight and close together. And then your head is going to be facing the ground. So demonstrate. Your head's going to be facing the ground. Her legs are going to be somewhat together. And her eyes are going to be at the ground. And then your toes should also be pointed. So that's the execution phase for it. Oh, and also for that, whenever you're in your handstand, your fingers are also spread because it creates balance going like this way. So if you're leaning too far forward, you give more pressure on your fingertips, and that'll help you lean back a little bit. And if you're leaning too far back, you put pressure on the palms of your hands, and that'll help you keep you from falling over. So after that is the follow through phase. And then this is where the individual is coming down from the handstand, and the legs will begin to descend. So if you're upright in the scoot back a little bit. If you're upright in the handstand like that, your legs are then going to split because they're supposed to be together. Your legs are then going to split, and then your dominant foot, the one that you kicked off of, is going to come down first. And then your core is still tight, and your dominant foot's going to come down first. And then it's going to be like the same motions as going down. It's just going to be reversed. So it's going to be coming up. So you're going to come up, land on that foot, and then your arms are still going to be up here. And then your non-dominant foot is going to plant on the ground, and it's going to be a little bit behind, kind of like how you started. And this is to create balance so you don't come and fall over. And then so you want to demonstrate that? So that's the execution, and then her coming down like that, and then she caught herself and balanced, and then her arms are still going to be up here. And then that's the follow through phase, and then for the recovery phase, so can you shoot up a little bit? There you go. So the recovery phase is you're gonna relax your muscles, relax your arms, relax your core, and then you can put your legs together and you're ready for the next step or next move. So a good drill, or the first good drill for doing a handstand, would have the individual to lay flat on the ground and give her a second, lay flat on the ground. And they're gonna flex all their muscles like they would be in an upright handstand. So our arms and legs are gonna be straight, and our core and glutes are gonna be tightened up, and everything's gonna be like how it would be if you were in an upright handstand. And this is a good drill just so they can get an understanding of what needs to be like engaged and activated for being a handstand. So the second drill is gonna be like the takeoff drill, and this gets you comfortable in taking off in your handstand so you're not jumping right into it. So the first few steps, whenever you just put your arms up, go down, and then right before your other leg kicks off, right before the actual takeoff goes, the individual will repeat that over and over again. So keep doing straight. So like that, and then she pop back up and then do it over and over again, and that just gets you prepared for when you actually go upright and do the handstand. So for the third and final drill, it's going to be a wall handstand, and typically you get like a flat wall that's a little bigger than this wall. So it's safer for the children or whoever's doing it. And this is good for like kind of facing the fear of falling over in the actual handstand. So before you do a handstand, you can do a wall handstand, and that eliminates you falling over or falling backwards or getting injured or something like that. So the individual would stand like a foot or two away from the wall, and then after they did all their other drills and know how to do a handstand, they would then do a handstand, and their legs would fall, or feet would fall on this wall. So she'll demonstrate. So the video cut short because I ran out of storage, but that was a wall handstand. And like I said, that's good for people that are kind of scared of falling over on a normal handstand. So yeah, that's how to do a handstand and the drills for a handstand.